Yo, what's
Yup.
good? We are back. I'm with Jerry D. And as you see, JP is not with us today, but it's all good.
He's at home washing his tights.
So we have just heard about the Irishman trailer that has dropped. So we are going to do a recap on this right now, this trailer reaction. This came on the Jimmy Fallon show
Jimmy Fallon last night.
last night, like 8 hours ago. So we jump right into it.
Frank Sheeran. Am I saying that right?
Yeah, you said
Always gotta go with the jewelry.
Under the contract, management can only fire a driver on very specific charges. So,
Everybody loves Raymond.
do you have a show up late? No. Do you have any moving violations?
Oh, man.
Do you drink on the job? Do you ever hit anybody? On a job? Yeah.
Not a compass employee.
I don't think so. All right, then we don't have nothing to worry about.
Wow.
I want you to meet my cousin, Russell Buffalino.
How are you? Hi, nice to meet you.
Oh, wow,
Like the
yeah.
army. You followed orders. You did the right thing. You got rewarded. A friend of ours is having a little trouble. Friend at the cop. Back then, there was nobody in this country who didn't know who Jimmy Hoffa was.
Dang.
You always charge a guy with a gun. With a knife, you run away. So you charge with a gun, with a knife, you run. Hi, Frank. Would you like to be a part of history?
Yes, I would.
Big business and the government are working
wow.
together, trying to pull us
Yeah.
apart.
Something's got to be done. What else you say?
Wow.
Now's not the time to not say. We're going to war with these people.
Yeah.
Things have gotten out of hand with our friend. We gotta sit down. Everybody says so.
No, I'm not sitting down. I can't do it.
It's what it is. What it is. I know things they don't know I know. It's gonna happen. Either way, he's going.
You strapped.
Yeah, he's
Snub-nosed.
big time. Big time.
You know, I don't care whether you did it or not. That makes no difference to me.
Yeah, I know.
I'm here to defend you, right?
Right. What do you want to know? You want to know if I did it or not?
Oh, he wrote the screenplay? Okay, wow.
Netflix.
Netflix. Okay. So
Netflix November 1st.
so we were talking earlier. So it will come out in, as of right now, this movie is slated to just have a very limited release. And then 3 weeks later, I think November 27th, the day before Thanksgiving, so you can all watch it with your families on Netflix on for Thanksgiving. The movie will come out. So this movie is going, I think, if I'm not mistaken, this is the opening night film at the New York Film Festival, which I believe is this weekend. I'm not 100% sure on that. I used to know these dates. I don't, unfortunately, right now. If this movie gets a really good reception, I think Netflix is going to renege and let AMC and Regal have their way and not release it. It might come out on Netflix later, because that's right now the sticking point in the negotiations. They fell apart is because Netflix is so adamant it has to be 3 weeks after it's released in theaters. So AMC is like, well, we want the movie to play for a while. We don't want to. What's the point of having it, because people?
So it might go to Netflix and to theaters.
Well, it's possible, and especially here's what I think is going to happen. If the movie gets a lot of Oscar nominations, if it's good and the movie gets a lot of Oscar nominations, this movie will definitely come back to theaters, because it's a Scorsese movie. It's a big Scorsese movie.
Then it's hard to do that though when it's already hit Netflix though.
Yeah, that's the thing. Because how do
Like,
you
I can see it
convince
for free.
people? How do you convince people to go to the theater? And that's what I think Netflix doesn't quite understand, especially with this movie. They had it last year with Roma, which I think that Alfonso Cuarón got it for Best Director. I think, but Green Book got Best Picture, I think. But it was between those two. But Roma, they actually, I think you could watch Roma if you wanted to at the same time. I don't even think there was a delay. You could watch at the same time. So I don't think Netflix understands what they have here. But a big studio did pass on this film. They thought it was too expensive to make, but Netflix ponied up the cash for it, and so one of the sticking points I saw online on Twitter last night is the de-aging technology for Robert De Niro.
In the
now,
trailer.
yeah, they make him look so young. I didn't mind it. I won't lie to you. Didn't bother me at all because it's just part of the course. It's what you do. They did it with Anthony Hopkins in Red Dragon back in 2003. So I'm not, obviously not the same technology.
How old is De Niro?
Pacino we just read was 80. I think De Niro's the same age. These guys, let me tell you, those are two guys at in their late 70s, early 80s, we know people in that same age, and their mental capacities are obviously still there that they can do this and pull this off.
But all right, so what about the actual movie itself? The Irishman, we talking about like Godfather type feel, like the gangster type movies. Even they took my man I saw from John Wick, the guy that he always called whenever it was time to clean up the bodies, party of 10, and then he come and get all the bodies out.
Yeah.
So this has definitely got that gangster feel. You saw the last scene, he had the guns on the bed.
This is a big deal. We're never going to see this again. So this is, first of all, let's talk. Scorsese is directing Pacino for the first time. That's enormous because they've never worked together. Believe it or not, all this time they've never worked together. So you have De Niro coming back. De Niro and Scorsese. You also have Harvey Keitel coming back. So with those guys, you had with Keitel, you had Mean Streets and Taxi Driver. With De Niro, you also had Goodfellas, New York, Casino, Raging Bull. So this is like all this pedigree, and Joe Pesci from Casino and Goodfellas as well. So you have all this talent on the screen at the same time.
Yeah,
so this is based on based on a book called I Hear You Paint Houses, and about Robert De Niro's character. Forgive me, I don't know his name off the top of my head, but it's his life story, and he supposedly did he kill Jimmy Hoffa, and it looks like they have him tied into the whole thing with the Kennedy assassination too. Was in this So this is what Scorsese does really well. And they saw, if you looked at the movies, they had Goodfellas, The Departed, and The Wolf of Wall Street. And Scorsese's no spring chicken. He's making better movies actually in his old age, and considering he made masterpieces early on, but to have been able to make The Wolf of Wall Street in '70, and then this.
Right.
If this is as good as we think it is, I mean, this is astounding. I can't. This is
and then it keeps the comedy aspect too.
You have
saw
to.
that heavy.
And it's going to probably have a great soundtrack with some music of the eras that it's in.
That's good.
Yeah, no, it's great.
So it comes out November
1st.
November 1st to Netflix.
So everyone, if you keep an eye on I think this weekend or next weekend, it's going to be at the New York Film Festival.
Okay.
And we'll be hearing a lot of first reactions on Twitter and Facebook and Instagram. So
stay tuned for that.
Yeah, and we'll definitely be reviewing this when it comes out.
Yeah,
we'll
especially since it's Netflix. So.
But speaking of reviews, you guys really need to watch the It Part 2 review. Please.
Watch the It review. Watch the It review. I'm going to put it at the end of this again right here. So please make sure you watch the It review, like, comment, subscribe, and let us know other trailer reactions
before we go, what is it? Because I know, for Breaking Bad, that's understandable. You didn't watch the series. That's fine. You didn't watch. So what did this... Did this excite you? Do you like these? Because you know a lot about these movies too, these gangster movies.
Right. These gangster movies. And then I even used the PlayStation had the Godfather video game.
Damn, man.
Like I had that video game, and it was one of the funnest games I ever played.
Okay, cool.
You know what I'm saying? So just the racketeering, just the whole mob boss mindset of getting stuff done by any means. Like I just love it, and so I feel like it's going to be a great movie. I'm definitely excited to see. And I love the funny aspect.
Yeah,
of it,
definitely.
Like these guys being funny is hilarious. So we definitely going to catch that. So we'll see you guys next time.
Hopefully for the Joker.
Joker.
Yeah.
You're right.
Yeah.
Hey, we out.
All right.